Good morning, guys. So welcome to your daily spirit vibe for August the 26th. So still using the card, guys. Okay, angels and ancestors, the pagan tarot. So let's get into this. Spirit, what are the messages for August the 26th? What are the messages for August the 26th? Thank you. Ooh. Oh. What are the messages for August the 26th? Okay. Cute. I'm looking at that word in the first card and I don't even know how to pronounce that. I'm just like, oh, I'm turning and getting fucking bit by something. Honestly, like I'm so fucking paranoid of all these things. Like, I could just feel like, ugh. Right, one more, please spare. August 26th. August 26th. Still dead here. I'd say it's about 35 degrees. I don't know, it's after 7 in the evening anyway here. It's just so hot. Oh, I like that. Oh my god, something very... Okay, the card we have at the end, a star, ancestor. Follow the voice of your soul. But as I looked into his eyes, like I got lost into this person's soul. I was just like, oh, okay. How beautiful is he? How beautiful is his eyes? Yeah. So he's star ancestor. So ancestors from other dimensions, other places. You gotta listen to your soul, regardless of what is going on. You gotta listen to you, not your ego. Yeah. Not your heart. You gotta listen to your soul. Not to listen to anybody else. Listen to your soul. Okay. That soul is knownness, so somebody knows that they need to do something on a very deep and soul level, but I feel like they're allowing the ego to kick in, or if it's not their ego, they're allowing someone else's ego to kick in here. You need to, the worst thing getting is tell someone to butt out, so it has to be someone else's ego then. You gotta tell someone else to butt out of your life, and the decisions that you're about to make in your life. Oh my god. Okay, so this is the card. Oh god. Shaolin Master. Be graceful in movement and in action. You look at him, like he's definitely prepared to fight, but he has this like green fly or dragonfly, I don't know. And yet one side of him is so tough and the other is just so gentle. So when I think of that, the tough and the gentle side, and straight away I'm thinking of the masculine and feminine energy. Be graceful in movement and action. So you do need that masculine energy to take action and to move forward, but it's saying to be graceful, so as to have a perfect balance of that feminine energy as well. You've got to move forward fearlessly is what I want to say. Your soul knows this. Your soul definitely knows this. Second card we have is Peacekeeper. Let go of the need to be right. And like, if we need to be right, that's the ego. So somebody definitely does need to let go of their fucking ego, and they need to be the peacekeeper. They need to I don't know, apologize, make contact with somebody. What has she got in her hand? She does kind of, no, it's not exactly a sword, but somebody needs to drop the ego. Somebody's not right in a situation here, I feel, and somebody needs to be more communicative and to swallow the pride. I want to say somebody really does need to swallow the pride. They need to move forward. They need to take action. Definitely they need to, because their soul is calling them to do this, and they've been ignoring it because they're allowing, like what I said, allowing the ego. You gotta let go of that ego. Okay, the third card we have is Arrow. Surround yourself with protective energy. So you've just surrounded yourself with protective energy. It means that there's definitely someone here trying to penetrate your energy or affect your energy in some way. It feels like with something very, like an arrow sharp, or arrows or swords, it talks about communication. So I feel like someone could be quite brutal in their words towards you. This is why you need to protect and be very grounded, get out of that ego and not kind of get more into that feminine energy of not reacting. It's okay to respond, but respond is when you're choosing to do it. Reacting is when you're being triggered. So you need to ground that energy, you need to get out of that ego, you need to be more in that feminine energy of not wanting to fight, because the masculine energy wants to fight, wants to take action. You're not to do this. You're not to, the words I'm getting is, you're not to give someone dissatisfaction, because this is what they want and this is what they expect of you, because whoever this is knows how to push your buttons and trigger you. So you've got to do reversal psychology and do the complete opposite of what you would normally do, because it's like they know what you're going to do because they know you. Do you know what I mean? So reversal psychology. The fourth card we have is Spirit Fox. Trust your talents and change in time. So trust yourself, trust your gifts, start to be more clever, and start to be more cunning. I can't believe I'm saying that to someone. Start to be more cunning in what you're doing, because things are definitely changing here. You've got to move forward, you've got to take action. You've got to protect yourself while you're doing it though, okay? You've got to really focus on the desired outcome and go for it. Like, not saying to be stubborn, but don't allow, like, as you're trying to get to that target, don't allow people to try to stop you. Fifth card you have is Protection Guardian. Drop your shield. So I don't know, it's a bit confusing. Drop your shield. So let down your guard from your heart. There's so much heart chakra in your throat. So someone needs to let down that guard. Someone needs to speak up. Someone needs to allow someone into that heart space again. Someone needs to allow themselves to feel emotion again. Or feel love again, or to feel the feelings, because it's like someone tries to disconnect and not think about how they feel, and you can only do that for so long. Believe me, you can only do that for so long. It feels like, because if you look at our headdresses, all the peacock feathers, and they say the peacock feathers is the eye of God. So it's like God is trying, someone really needs to heal the heart space here. Someone definitely, you know, potentially has a blocked throat and blocked heart chakra. You've got to let down that guard and realise that you've got to allow people in that not everyone is out to get you. Not everyone is out to hurt you or betray you. That's the words I'm getting. Sixth card we have, I love this one, is Sage. Be devoted and committed. So I can leave a peacock feather in this as well. That's it, like, be that old sage, that old white sage that has a lot of ancient knowledge. Like, I actually don't even feel that's about learning. I feel like that's about a person, to be committed, to be devoted to somebody, and to be committed to that person. But in order to have that, you need to heal this heart center. You need to unblock your throat and communicate, for sure. You need to definitely be more, to think more about your moves. That's what I want to say. When I look at the fox, think strongly about your moves and how you're going to move. And you are going to move. The first card, be graceful in movement and action. So you're definitely moving, you're definitely taking action towards someone here. You're definitely letting go of that ego. You've got to let down that guard though. Someone has to let down that guard, because communication is definitely coming here, for sure. Really? Oh, thank God it's upright now. With the 8 of Wands upright. So 8 of Wands does talk about a lot of communication. It does talk about travel too. It talks about, like, the hours of love. I'm being quite excited, quite adventurous is the word I want to say. Someone is definitely taking action here. There's so much, like, it's in that card. You know, and I looked at this, I just feel like Mars energy, taking action, moving towards what it is that you want or whatever you are passionate about, because you're sick of being unhappy. You're sick if someone's really sick of being depressed here. They want to move towards what it is that they want. It's like someone's just working out the finer details is what I feel here. And they're going. They're balanced now. They're listening to their soul. They're going to follow the voice of their own soul now. Thank God for that. That's what we all need to be doing. Not many people do. Not many people do. Oh Lord. We have the Three of Cups. It definitely feels like there's some outside influences here. This is why you have to be graceful. This is why you got to be graceful, because there is a third party here that is trying to get you unbalanced. This is for like yesterday's energy actually. Get you unbalanced. Get you out of your grounded state and to have you react in some way. And this is what they're saying. Be more in the feminine energy. Be very graceful about it. Just 11/11s, I saw that. We've the Nine of Cups yet, because your wish fulfillment is just here for you. And you don't want to do anything to stop this wish fulfillment, to stop you being happy and to stop you being contented. Because I just want to say, like, somebody's definitely on the cusp of having it all. And it feels like somebody wants to spoil it for you, of you having it all. So don't react. You know what I mean? You can respond to them, but don't react, because it's like somebody wants. You've got to stay in this grounded place. Get out of that ego. It doesn't matter if someone says something to hurt you, which I do feel that's what it's going to be. Don't react. Don't give them the... Don't give them the reaction that they seek. Yeah? This is what they're seeking. So someone's planned this. Someone knows, I swear, there's just so many fucking things everywhere. Like every little twinge of my arm, I think something fucking biting me. Right, Peacekeeper spell. 2 for Peacekeeper. 2 for Peacekeeper. 2. We have the Judgment in reverse and we have the Strength, like 2 serious cards here. So, Judgment is somebody wasn't listening to the call of their own soul. They weren't. Do you know what I mean? They weren't answering the call. They weren't, because they got ego in the way. They listened to the ego. I feel like someone's definitely gone, God, oh God. Especially with the strength toxic, but strength comes after the devil. They were dealing with someone very toxic. They weren't listening to the call of their own soul. Someone has definitely faced a lot of bad karma for this with the Judgment in reverse. They weren't listening at all. They weren't following the plan that was set for them. It's like, I don't need God's plan, I'm going to have my own plan. So someone definitely went down a very dark path, and they definitely had suffering. I want to say somebody was definitely suffering. They were not making a decision. They needed to make a decision and they weren't. There was just a lot of procrastination and letting something drag out longer than what it was meant to drag out, or longer than what it was acceptable for them to drag it out. It's like somebody was so stuck in that fucking ego, especially with that. The Peacekeeper needs to let it go to be right. This can talk about ego as well. This talks about pride. Someone with so much fucking pride and ego, refusing to make the change, not listening to God, not listening to their soul, not listening to Archangel Gabriel, God's messenger, not listening, just really not listening. It's like someone kept going back to the past, someone kept going back to trouble or karma, or not wanting to end this karmic cycle. Like, they've definitely got severe karma. Someone has really, really, really got severe karma. We have the Star. So we could be dealing with a Leo, we could be dealing with, I want to say Pisces and Aquarius. We have Aquarius here as well at the end. Somebody just didn't want to see the light here. Someone didn't want to heal. It's like someone didn't want to I want it. Like, I don't want to lose anyone here, but it's like someone didn't want to connect to their higher self or be more like that higher self. Someone like this their lower self. Someone like being in this 3D self that was definitely not serving them. It's like they didn't want to grow. Someone didn't. Well, maybe they did, but they weren't growing. Someone who wasn't involved, and somebody was not fucking listening. Full stop. Listen to the fucking ego. Because the star talks about your wishes and your wish fulfillment, and someone was not listening to the guidance that they were getting in order for them to have their wish fulfillment. Keep going, they said. We have the King of Cups. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. King of Cups, a very loving and nurturing man. But this is clarifying, protect yourself with protective energy. So somebody has a lot of love and a very caring and sensitive man here. Who doesn't have to be a man because the King of Cups. Somebody's trying to penetrate this with that arrow. Someone's going to be saying some very harsh, brutal words to it seems just very cutting. Whatever they're going to say, it seems very cutting. And that's the intent of why they're saying what they're saying. Someone really wants to hurt someone here with their words. Okay, what else for the arrow, please, Spirit? What else for the arrow? We have the Five of Cups with it. So this King of Cups has been stuck in this miserable energy. The Five of Cups, not growing, exactly, not evolving, looking back, not moving forward where the Two Cups are. Keep looking back at I want to say the lost cause. Yeah, keep looking back at the mistakes that they made. Keep hanging on to the guilt and looking back with all this remorse and this, I want to say, pity for themselves as well. Just wanting to stay stuck. Look, they weren't listening to the call of their fucking soul. They were definitely in their pride, definitely fucking in their fucking ego here. Wanting to stay in that Five of Cup energy of being miserable, then doing something about it. Holding on, like being very stingy. Not listening at all. So it's like someone who's definitely, like, the words I'm getting is greedy, and I don't want to say greedy, but it's like somebody just knew they had to do this because their soul was fucking telling them, Archangel Gabriel was telling them, and it's like, oh, I'll do my own thing, or I'll do it when I'm ready. So someone really was in the fucking ego, for sure. Okay, let's get 2 for Spirit Fox. Actually, a fox could be someone's spirit animal as well. Potentially. Oh my god. Really? Oh my god. Whoa. These 2 cards, now obviously it wasn't the Spirit Fox in yesterday's reading, but they're in the exact same position. 2 cards. Ace of Cups and the fucking Hermit is after coming out again. And this is what's changing. These trust yourself and your talent in changing times. Someone has had more enlightenment because they weren't getting enlightened here. They weren't making a decision. Someone is definitely going to start being more clever when it comes to their love life and what they want to, this new beginning that they want to bring about here. Because they're sick of feeling like this. They want a new beginning. They really do want a new beginning here with someone. Could be with a Virgo. Really doesn't have to be. But it feels like someone has made some sort of plans, or someone has become aware of something. And this is why they want to offer this Ace of Cups. They want to be happy again. They have a lot of love. With the King of Cups, they have a lot of love. What's at the end is the Eight of Swords. So they have been in very dark place. Put themselves there though, mentally conflicted, not moving forward, keeping themselves stuck. Their pride and their listening to their pride, to their ego, and that pride was what was keeping them stuck. They were being called by their ancestors or their spirit guides. God, Archangel Gabriel, you've got to change. You've got to let go of this ego. You've got to move. Person didn't move. Look, didn't move towards this. Wanted to stay stuck because clearly they like being stuck. They stayed in this Five of Cup energy because they clearly like this Five of Cup energy. Okay, let's get. Really. Oh my god, I'm not having the best evening. So 2 for protection, guard, and drop your shield. So somebody's definitely very defensive. And like, you can't have love if you're guarding your heart. So this is why someone needed to heal. Because they couldn't allow this new beginning in love because they were disconnected, toxic, I don't fucking know, and a lot of pain and misery with that 5 of Cups. Okay, 2 for drop your shield. Just let down your guard and allow someone else in. Yeah. Whoa. Take the 2. Okay. We have the Novice of Swords. We have the Page of Swords. Someone's definitely been healing a lot of their heart chakra issues, and they've definitely been watched, and they've definitely been stalked here, or potentially by a fucking Sagittarius here. We've got the Wheel of Fortune, okay, but they were really, really burdened here. They were more than likely financially burdened. We have the 10 of Wands, 8 of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune, okay. It feels like to me that there was something financial going on. I feel like, I even know what this is all about, like drop your shield, but I don't know, like that's someone in an office making a phone call. We have a computer there, and there's a lot of burden. So to me, like with the 8 of Pentacles, it talks about work, it talks about money, it talks about gifts. Like they got so burdened with something to do with finances, or they just had a lot of stresses, and they've really closed up and protected themselves, is my sense, okay? I also feel like there's definitely going to be some sort of good luck coming to this person. There's the gecko walking down the wall. There's some sort of good luck coming to this person, okay? Because they've definitely had to endure something very difficult here. But it's the end. They've completed some sort of a cycle. It's like somebody was waiting on some sort of news, or waiting on something to come true in order for them to be able to move, to turn that wheel and go in a new direction. And I feel like that news or whatever it is has come true. Someone has got the words I got was the go ahead. But it's like they got the piece of information, or they've got the missing piece of the jigsaw that they needed before they could step forward. So someone here is definitely really stepping forward now. They're ready to communicate. They're ready to allow someone into that heart space. They were definitely very troubled by something in the past anyway. But that's over because they've got some sort of news and some sort of clarity. The Novice, the Page of Swords also talks about investigation. Now, I don't care, like, when I look at these 2 cards, something's going on official here. So maybe there has been some sort of investigation, got to do with finance, or maybe something over the internet. Truly, truly, truly. Let's get 2 for the Sage. Let's get 2 for the Sage. If somebody's listening now, it's like they went through something so bad until they listened, because they weren't listening. Let's get 2 for the Sage. 2 for the Sage. Be devoted and committed. The 9 of Cups in reverse. Oh. Somebody was either the devil or was dealing with the devil here. Could be dealing with a Capricorn, we don't have to be. So be committed and devoted. They were committed and devoted to a toxic situation. 9 of Cups in reverse. Oh my God. They definitely were overindulging in something very dark. Something very, or somebody very devious. It's got the word devious, okay? They were being quite devious, quite dark. I feel like addictions was getting to them. I feel like someone was definitely being burdened with money. This talks about struggle, financial struggles. There's definitely some sort of financial something going on here. Maybe that's what the investigation is. This is why this feels like this person's very weary, because they thought they were having their 9 of fucking Cups, the wish fulfillment, and it turned into a fucking nightmare where they were just burdened and struggled. So much struggle, so much burden. So that they done this to themselves, or they got involved with someone who was very toxic, like that devil energy, which caused them a lot of suffering. That's what they were committed and devoted to, suffering. And people who weren't a wish fulfillment, and people who were trying to make them suffer at any opportunity, is the word I'm getting. But this is what they've had to heal from. This is what they're waiting. It's like there's been an investigation. They're waiting for something before they could fucking move forward. So in order to have this Ace of Cups, because they were sick of feeling like this 5 of Cups energy. So we have 5 of Cups, we have 5 of Pentacles. Yesterday, what did we have? 5 of Wands, and I think it was 5 of Cups as well, I'm not too sure. So there's definitely a lot of struggle energy going on here for someone. But they're breaking free out of it. They are breaking free out of it. They're able to go have this Ace of Cups now. Because something is over. The struggle is over. The burdens are definitely over. Somebody's definitely had to work through and sort out a lot of stuff. This is their own fault, because they wouldn't have had to do all this if they had to fucking listen to God, had made that decision. Do you know what I mean? It had, you know what I mean? They weren't listening to their soul, they were listening to the ego. The ego is Satan. Strength is the ego. The peacekeeper that's clarifying is the ego. Someone's ego was so out of whack, and someone's ego got them into this situation, and they weren't willing or to change it. They were quite comfortable staying stuck in this negative pattern. That's what I want to say. I want to say a negative pattern. So guys, I am going to keep this fucking short because it's taken so long to upload, okay? So don't forget to like the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and enter the giveaway competition. If you're looking for a private reading, all the information is down below. Guys, take care. I will see you tomorrow.